Hello, learner in learning land. You still only using that pentatonic scale for your blues soloing? Missing out on a lot of cool sounds. Today we're going to talk about the Mixolydian scale and how to use it to bring out some very cool tones in your blues solo. Printable tabs becoming a Patreon. You'll see links in the notes as well as the description. New guitar tutorials every single Monday, so hit subscribe, ring the bell, and never miss a lesson. If you're enjoying this Past the Pentatonic series, why don't you go ahead and hit a thumbs up as well. Blues in E. Your first four measures, you've used the E blues scale, sounds great. Then it comes to A7 for measures 5 and 6. You want to do something a little more special and unique. What do? Try the Mixolydian. That's our first lick. So let's learn this lick, and then I'm going to break down a little bit why. But let's go ahead and just get one lick under our fingers. 5th fret of the B string. And we're going to do a triplet, 5, 6th fret of the G string, back to 5th fret of the B. That's our first triplet. Then we're going to come up here, 7th fret of the E string, and we're going to do a triplet, 7, 6, 5. So we have down to 8, back up to 5, back down to 8, and then boom, back to 5. 1 pola, 2 pola, 3 pola, 4. Give it some vibrato, let it ring out, and then that would play over the next measure, and then you would jump back into your blues scale after that. So what is the Mixolydian? Well, the Mixolydian is the major scale with the flat 7. So if we look at A, do, A major, we take this 7th interval and we make it flat, meaning we take our G sharp and it becomes a G note. So now it sounds like this. A 7 chord, you take an A chord and add a G note to it and you get A7. The same note that turns your A into an A7 is the note that turns the A major into A Mixolydian. That's why it's literally tailor-made for the blues. Another cool thing about it is we're doing blues in E, so our progression, the first 4 measures are E7, right? E blues works great. The E blues scale sounds perfect. It's still the majority of our vocabulary. You could also use E Mixolydian over that if you wanted to. Then it goes to A. If you want to really highlight that harmony and so you can really feel the change, or if you want to play with the change, E Mixolydian is a great strategy. And that's exactly what we're doing. And this lick is coming from A Mixolydian. You could also, when the change we're going to see later, play B Mixolydian and then A Mixolydian. We'll get to that in the turnaround. But we're just using this classic mode over this one chord to really play with the changes. Tripola, 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 boom. Let's run through from the whole shape. 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. We got the first half, right? Then after that, it's going to be 4, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, and then 5. That's our octave. But you could go up to the 7th fret if you want. Root, 2nd, major 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, flat 7, that's our color tone, octave. 9th again, or the 2nd interval, major 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, flat 7, octave. And another 2nd interval. So our riff, 5th, major 3rd, 5th, 2nd, passing tone, root, and there's our Mixolydian note, 8th fret right there. That's the flat 7. Now this note here on the 6th fret, that's not in the scale, but when you're playing and you're rocking and you're soloing, if you're going to have a whole step, you can basically almost always move chromatically to it. So that's why we get for our first lick. So let's keep it moving for our next lick. This one we're actually going to start way down here on the G string. And we're going to play two notes that aren't in our shape. The G note is the flat 7. And then we're going to play an A note. So we're going to go O2. But when you play 2, use your middle finger. O2. And then 2 is going to slide all the way up to 6. And now we're back in our shape. 1 and 2. Up to 5. Back to 6. Back to 5. 6. And then 5 with some vibrato. Nice and slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1. Lick number 2. Lick number 3 sounds like this. And this one we're actually mixing our blues scale and our Mixolydian. So we're going to start off 7th fret of the D string, and we're going to 7 pull 5 down to the 7th fret of the A. 1 E and 2, 2nd beat, 5th fret of the D string, and onto the 7th. 1 E and 2, and then you're going to bar the 5th fret of both the G and the B, and you're going to hammer onto the 6th fret of the G string. And that goes from the A blues scale to the A Mixolydian. Then you're going to grab the 7th fret, the A note on the offbeat. Repeat that move. 3rd time repeat it. And then repeat that 7th fret. So you get 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. If you want to add a little more Mixolydian flavor, after the 7th fret at the very end, you could drop to the 6th fret because it's this G note where we get our Mixolydian power from. But that major 3rd also does give it some Mixolydian flavor. One more time. And then it would go right from there back to the E, and you'd be back in your blues. And I'm playing right here, shape 4 of the E minor pentatonic. Let's play it one more time. Then from there, over bar 7 and 8, you'd be back in over the E chord. So you would be back in your E blues vocabulary. Shape 4 is right here. So you just slide up from the A, up a whole step. And you're right in the E blues scale. Lick number 4. It's a double stop, and I'm starting on the 4th fret of the B and the 5th fret of the G, sliding up a whole step. I'm sorry, a half step to the 5th fret of the B and the 6th fret of the G. And I'm doing a triplet. 1 pull. Do that again. 3rd beat one more time. So you get 1 pull, 2 pull, 3 pull. We're going to do a triplet that goes 6, 5, 8. That's our Mixolydian flavor right here, and the major 3rd. So those are the real nice Mixolydian tones. And then we're going to come up to our root note and play it 1 and 1 pull, 2 pull, 3 pull, 4 pull, 1 and. That's a powerful lick. Very powerful. That is such a powerful lick. It is like Arnold. All right, now let's look at the movability of this. One cool thing about it is when you get to the turnaround and you're playing measures 9 and 10, B7 and A7, you can take those ideas from A Mixolydian, move them up 2 frets, and you have ideas in B Mixolydian. So think measures 9 and 10 right before you go to the... Right before that, all right? So what we're going to do here is come up to the 7th fret of, and this is measure 9, 7, 8, 7, 9, 8, 7, 10, 7, 7. 1 pola, 2 pola, 3 and 4. That's B Mixolydian. Transpose the idea down a whole step. 5, 6, 5, 7, 6, 5, 8, 5, 5. That would be how you move the Mixolydian around the fretboard to get more power out of it. Mixolydian, like any scale, these modes have 5 shapes. Learn it all over the fretboard, have fun with it, but remember, most of your flavor is going to come from your flat 7 and your major 3rd. All right, everybody, pass the pentatonic. Very end of the lesson, look at all these videos right here for you to level up and become a better player. Make sure you go ahead and check those out as well. Think about becoming a Patreon. New guitar every single Monday. Subscribe and learn. Catch you next Monday, or I'll catch you right now in one of these videos. Do it. Click, 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 click. Clickety, click, click.